Hi, my name is Alan Wagner. Today I'll be talking about three different but equally important texts that I think everyone should know. The first one is Building Rapport Across Cultures. The author of this text is Whitney Johnson. She gave us six main advices. The first one is learning about the language. The language is not always possible, but it's demonstrated that multicultural personality flows out when this happens. A second or a third language is managed in a negotiation, but as expected, you even become more bold when you dominate the language and you can communicate in a better way. The second one is enter the other person's word. I mean, get involved within their culture, country, history, novels. Something you can make a hook out of it. The third one is avoid jargon and imply body language. Respect above all things. Respect, avoid sarcasm, speak plainly, try to reach out well enough to the point of the conversation. The fourth one is find a translator. If you can't dominate the language, the best way to do it is finding a translator or someone who can help with you to deliver the message you want to do it. The fifth one is share a meal. It's most commonly known in Latin America, but as well is a great option to do it. The other one is rely on diversity. Um, Not only because you know your culture, you know your people, your country people, it means they are the better option. There could be another different cross of ideas in the way with people that is not necessarily from your country. The second text is from Yosha and Biz. To succeed in a negotiation, help your counterpart save your face. What does it mean, this term of face? Face means the way you preserve, determine the idea of how other parties see you in terms of reputation, identity, among other things. It all began with Afghanistan. Afghanistan, where the liberation of hostages took place, in this case, to rescue a team that had to deal with the situation, avoiding the loss of face of the counterpart, or else no deal will be reached. They had no option but the best one, that was keep it privately. At the end, it works as foreseen, and the hostages were finally liberated. The other one took place in Calgary, is another great example of preserving face. Someone tried to kill himself, jumping off a tree and hanging himself. The only way he wouldn't do it is if the negotiator that was managing this case guessed his indigenous name. He called for investigation, uh, but at the end it was a matter of pride, where the person intended to win in order to have a valid excuse to kill himself. The same happened in the business tug of war between two businessmen from Brazil and France who were in a high stakes dispute over a company. They arrived for a consensus in which one of them stayed in the board of the company while the other left, but had many, many benefits out of it. The third one and final one is how to build trust with partners from other cultures. Trust between partners is an essential element when it comes to business success, yet it's very difficult when both come from different cultures. These are certain elements that need to be taken into account. Okay, the first one is rely on brokerage, or said otherwise, how others refer about them. Um, the other one is for example, between North American and European cultures are similar in how they trust people. They do until proven contrary, and separates as well private from personal matters. The fourth one, the other one, on the other hand, is East Asian cultures. They try to rely on a three-stage trust building. It's based in respect, is based on brokerage competency and social skills. Middle Easterns and South Asians, on the other hand, their meaning of trust is built and based in respect towards the other culture, as well as verifying reputation of social encounters. Latin Americans build trust upon the social aspects of sharing the same values and reputation. As I said previously, a meal could be shared. This is very common to get to know the counterpart before a negotiation starts in a personal level. So I must say that in any business, not just mine, in any business you practice, even in personal trips, it's great way to get to know other cultures. It might just help to know the basics. In that way, you could be respectful with them and be respected by them. The importance of knowing different cultures, their tastes, their customs, preferences, is an important responsibility that can be decisive in a negotiation, and you're staying in that country. It's not a matter of applying it in only one area of business. On the contrary, showing respect, understanding, and comprehending of different cultures can generate a much greater bond of trust, a higher level of professionalism, some facilities and convergences along the way that can really generate greater and better results in all aspects. Thank you very much.